yourself busy?
That's something that obviously that'll be fun to do. And I think the UFC probably doesn't want that to happen because it kind of hurts their marketability, I would assume. If I go out there, then let's say I get whooped, and then everybody's like, well, he just lost his last fight at 135, but he's a 125-pound champion. So I think for them, they don't want to touch on that subject yet. Obviously, everybody's been talking about the super fights and all that stuff, and I had a dream the other day. I was sleeping, I woke up, and there's been a couple fighters that inspire me. He goes, I don't care about the belt, I just care about the money. And I was like, what? I'll fight TJ Dillashaw. $2 million. That's what I want to do. May you have it or not. So obviously, like John Jones said, he would go up and fight Cain Velasquez. As long as the purse is right, I see nothing wrong with that.
You seem pretty anxious to get back in there. I mean, how much are you itching to get it back in the octagon right now?
It's not the itching. It's just, when I fought my last fight in September, and it's looking like I'm going to be fighting to May. You got to remember, when I first became champion, I was fighting 3 times a year. And my body was, and I had surgery that year as well. So, I was very active, and I loved it. And now, last year I fought twice. And now it's, I don't want to slow down. I'm young. I'm able to recuperate fast. At this time, you think about Aaron Silva, he fights once a year when he was champion. Granted, he made enough money where he could fight once a year and he can take the rest of the year off. I'm not to that point yet. Obviously, I can do that, but I want to keep very active because I'm only young. I'm only going to get older, and eventually, I'm not going to recover as fast. So.
You talk about marketability, and I've had this conversation with a lot of people that if you were in a greater weight class, a higher weight class, you would probably get more respect and people would understand how. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like you're technically so sound, and I feel like you're underappreciated very often. And do you find that there's an issue with marketing the lighter weight classes, or do you find that it's just a prejudice because people have just more used to the bigger weight classes? What do you think it is, the holdup with people really grasping on to the lighter weight class?
I think this is very new division. I mean, just like the women's strawweight and the bantamweight division. And, you have one big star in the bantamweight. You have many stars in the bantamweight division of the women's. But the biggest one, the shiniest one, is Ronda Rousey, obviously. And people gravitate probably to that because they love watching women fight. And I think for the flyweight division, even the bantamweight and the featherweight, we're slowly coming along. And I think because people, this man right here is bigger than me, and he's probably the average male size in America. Me not so much. Japan, Asia, they're like, boy, you're tall, and I'm like, why, thank you, I appreciate that. So it's a little bit different. I think a guy on the couch can sit there and be like, dude, I'll be like 185. I'll just sit on this dude. So I think that's a little correlation to what maybe they're not catching on as much.